Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy 2K Veteran, and today I got a good story time about this crazy situation. And I know you guys saw the title and were thinking there's no way, but I promise you this is 100% true, no lies. Okay, so I know I'm just gonna cringe saying this story, so just get prepared. So this all started around junior year of high school. Now, around junior year, we took a field trip to colleges to figure out what colleges we wanted to go to. And so basically what they did was, so we had about, I want to say, 50 people in our junior class. So they split us in about like a 50-50 split, and like we had like two groups of colleges, and one group went to certain areas of colleges based on like their GPA. So like they split it into, like, let's say you had a 3.0 and above, you were in like one group, and if you had under that or something like under, like, anything that's around under a 3.0, you were in another bus. So basically I was in this bus, and there were about me, it was about three guys on the trip, and like the rest were girls, because I was on a 3.0 bus, whereas like all the other kids, it was more unbalanced, because we had way more girls than guys on our trip, whereas the other trip it was the opposite. So yeah, basically we got on this trip, and it was just me and a bunch of girls and like one guy that I knew from high school that had above a 3.0, right? So, we're just kind of going, we actually went to Boston. So we went to like Boston colleges like MIT, we went to Yale, went to like different colleges to, like, because the teachers wanted us to like look at different colleges and maybe think of where we were going, like maybe next year or something like that. But here's where this story happens. So I believe this was a 2-day trip, where it was like a more of an overnight kind of thing rather than like a long-term thing. So the first day we go there, we're going around several colleges. We see MIT, we see Yale and stuff like that. Nothing really crazy. We actually had hotels for the night, which is actually gonna be a different story in of itself that I'm gonna do on this channel, because, like, man, when I tell you that that night in the hotel was crazy, but that's for another video. So anyway, yeah, we had an overnight stay, and then I believe we were doing one more visit the next day to a couple more colleges around like the Boston area, and so we kind of just did that. So after we were done like looking at the colleges and stuff, I already knew, first off, I wasn't going to any of these colleges because I wanted to stay in school in the state of New York. That's why I go to Buffalo. But I just going because, of course, it's a field trip, and you know you know what goes down on field trips. Well, on my school, I'm pretty sure it's at other schools, but hey, you never know. But look, here's where this story happens. So we're on our way back to New York, right? And so it's been a long day. I think we left Boston around like near the end of the day. So the teachers get, the chaperones or the teachers, it was about two of them, and they got all of the students on the bus, and we're ready to go home. So by this time that we're on our way to New York, it's been a long day. So everybody's kind of like tired. And so everybody kind of picks their seatings and stuff like that. And I remember I had a female best friend at the time, right? And I literally mean female best friend. We were not like messing around. We were truly friends. So I had this female best friend. And so I was not like sitting next to her, but I was sitting like across from her. So like if you guys know like like what a coach bus is like, so she was sitting on like the left side on like the opposite of the window seat, and I was kind of doing the same thing but across from her, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm sitting across from her, and I'm actually sitting next to one of her friends, and it's this like girl, and I'm not gonna put too much detail in this because I don't even know if she remembers this, and if she watches this video I don't want her to remember. But anyways, so it's her female friend that's actually sitting next to me, and so like I said before, everybody's kind of like falling asleep. And so she kind of like, she falls asleep too, and I like start falling asleep as well. But what happens is like she puts her legs like on my lap. Like I can't like describe it, but basically just imagine like you're sitting down and a leg like both of her legs are like across like my crotch area. I'm just gonna say. So just imagine how she's sitting. And she's sitting in a coach bus, mind you. Also, she's wearing a skirt. I forgot to put that in. So yeah, so we're both sleeping at this point, and for some reason I'm sleeping. I'm kind of like not even thinking about anything, and literally I just feel blood just rushing to my private area. And my fellas know what this is like when the wrong moment occurs in your private area, just wants to just stand up for some whatever reason that is. And trust me, like I was not aroused, bro. Like it was just her legs, but just I don't know why, but in that moment, my guy just decided it was time to wake up. But it was one of those slow risers. So it was one of those moments was only a couple seconds but felt like forever. And I'm just like, God, please, no, don't do this to me. Like, don't embarrass me like this. And of course, it rises, you feel me? It gets stone hard, bro. And like, I'm literally pretending to be asleep. And I kind of like peep my eye open a little bit. And I kind of see her look at like her legs and give it like a strange look. And she kind of looks at me and gives me a strange look. And I'm like, oh, I know she noticed it. But she kind of didn't say anything. All she really does is give it a funny look, and like that's pretty much it. Like she keeps her legs there. She doesn't really like say anything. She doesn't like wake me up and say, hey, you're kind of really hard right now. That's kind of weird. But no, like she really didn't. Like she just looked at like her legs. She looked at me, kind of just gave it like she kind of just shrugged it off and kind of just went back to sleep, which I was glad. But bro, like at first I didn't think she felt it. But like the reason I know she noticed it is two things. One, her legs were above my crotch. So of course she's gonna feel if it's rising and it's poking. But also because like I remember like as it was sort of, you know how I said it was a slow riser. So like as it was slowly rising, I could notice her like sort of like looking left and then kind of looking back like, okay, that was nothing. And then like once it got a little, more intense, she kind of looked back a little longer and then looked back. So I know she noticed it, but she probably doesn't even remember it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That was my embarrassing story of how I had a boner at literally the wrong time. And oh, and I forgot to add, like this was like a 5-hour trip at that. So that's why this was so embarrassing. Cause like imagine like you get like hard, but you're sitting there for like literally hours. Come on, bro. That's the pinnacle of just embarrassment. But yeah, man. Thank you for watching my video. It's been 2K Veteran, and I'm out, man. Peace.